No breakup prepares you for this kind of heartbreak. No romantic loss, no betrayal, no failed relationship quite compares to what happens when a twin flame separates. It is not just the end of a love story. It is the dismantling of your soul's architecture. You do not just lose someone you loved, you lose someone who was you in another form. The grief feels ancient. The longing cuts into dimensions you did not know existed. And when you try to talk about it, most people do not understand. They think it is just another breakup, another failed love story. But this pain lives deeper. It is not just about them. It is about you, a version of you that you met through them, a version you now feel cut off from. This is not about drama. It is about depth. And today, we are going into that depth. If this resonates with your soul, like and subscribe. Let us take this journey together. Reason number 1, it feels like losing yourself. When a twin flame leaves, they do not just walk out of your life. They take something with them, something invisible, something vital. It feels like they took your center, your inner compass, your clarity. You wake up and do not recognize your own reflection. You look in the mirror, but something behind your eyes is missing, because they did not just reflect your beauty, they reflected your soul's truth. Your twin flame was like a mirror that showed you both the divine and the damaged within you. Now, without them, you are forced to confront yourself with no reflection to guide you. You try to remember who you were before them, but that person feels like a stranger. And the worst part? You were not dependent on them, you became with them. Their presence did not complete you, it awakened. And now, with them gone, you are walking through a fog, looking for pieces of yourself that once only made sense in their presence. Reason number 2, the silence is louder than screams. You think you can prepare yourself for the silence. You think it will just be a lack of messages, missed calls, or unspoken words, but it is not. It is far worse. It is a kind of silence that echoes. It does not just come from the phone, it comes from your soul, from the absence of their energy, the absence of connection. You check your messages like a reflex, knowing nothing will be there. You wake up hoping today might be different, only to meet the same deafening quiet. It is a silence that mocks you because it used to be filled with presence, energy that reached across dimensions, and now that energetic conversation has stopped. You can almost feel them choosing not to reach out, and that hurts more than words ever could. Because silence from a twin flame is not just absence, it is soul-level withdrawal. A vacuum where there once was divine flow, and you are left alone with it, trying to convince yourself that you are not insane for hearing echoes of a connection that the world cannot see. Reason number 3. The body remembers what the mind tries to forget. Time passes. Logic kicks in. You tell yourself it is over, that you have to move on, but your body rebels. Your body remembers. It remembers their touch, the energy between you, the way your heart would speed up just by sensing them. It remembers the rush of knowing they were near before you even saw them, the pull in your gut when their name appeared on your phone, the electricity in your spine when they looked into your eyes. These are not just memories. They are imprints stored in your nervous system, in your muscles, in your breath. So even when your mind says, forget them, your body still reaches for them in the dark. You wake up from dreams that feel more real than waking life, sweat-soaked and aching, and you realize your body has not let go. It cannot. Because to your body, they were not just a person, they were home. Reason number 4, you feel everything they feel. This is the part no one warns you about, the emotional bleed through. The days you feel anxious for no reason, the nights you cry without knowing why, and then you find out they were going through something, they were hurting, they were lost, and you felt it. Because separation does not break the energetic bond, it just stops the physical contact. The connection remains alive, pulsing under your skin, tethering you to them. You feel their joy, their sadness, their fear. Sometimes it overwhelms you. You think you are going mad, until you realize it is not yours, it is theirs, and you cannot switch it off. This is the cost of having merged on a soul level. Their energy moves through you like a river you cannot dam. And while part of you wishes you could cut the cord, another part knows you would rather feel them this way than not at all. Reason number 5. The world feels colorless. Once everything was vivid. The world shimmered, life had texture, emotion had flavor. But after they left, the world faded. Colors lost their brilliance, music lost its magic, food tastes like nothing, laughter sounds hollow. You move through life in grayscale. You go out with friends and smile, but inside you feel like a ghost wearing a mask. Nothing reaches you, nothing moves you, because the person who once lit up your world has taken the light with them. And even when you try to reignite it yourself, it does not catch. Because the fire was never just yours. It was shared. A mutual glow that only burned when you were connected. Without it, life feels like an echo chamber. You hear yourself, but no one else echoes back. And that emptiness, that flatness, is the hardest part to explain to others. Because everything looks fine, but inside everything is dull, drained, dead. Reason number 6. You question if it was ever real. You remember the signs, the synchronicities, the way your souls seemed to know each other before your minds caught up. But now that they are gone, now that they are silent, you start to question all of it. Was it in your head? Did they really feel it too? You go back over every memory like a detective trying to crack a case that was never solved. You search for proof that it was real. You replay conversations, reread messages, look for confirmation. But doubt creeps in because if it was real, how could they leave? How could they not feel the same way? You begin to gaslight yourself, to dismiss your own experience, and that is the most devastating part. You were so sure, so aligned, so awakened. But now, you are unraveling your own truth, and that betrayal, betraying yourself, hurts more than their absence. Reason number 7. The soul craves what logic rejects. Every therapist says let go. Every friend says move on. Your mind agrees. Your logic points to the pain, the silence, the distance, and says, enough. But your soul wants them, not because it is weak, but because it remembers. It remembers the feeling of oneness, the spiritual homecoming, the way everything made sense in their presence. You know they are not perfect, you know they hurt you, but your soul does not operate on logic, it operates on truth, and truth is not always convenient. So you live in this battle between your brain and your being, between your human self who wants peace and your soul self who wants reunion, and no side wins. You exist in the in-between, longing without solution, loving without reason, holding on without promise. This journey hurts. The separation aches in places you never knew existed, but it is not for nothing. Your soul chose this, not for punishment, but for awakening. If this video resonated with your experience, if it gave words to your silence, please like and subscribe. You are not broken. You are becoming. Let your story be heard. You are not alone, and you never were.